Hello, good afternoon. Now today we shall start new chapter, that is the electrochemical cell. Chapter is electrochemistry. So in electrochemistry we discuss about the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy. So how chemical energy can change into electrical energy? So everybody knows that energy is stored in the molecule. That is known as the bond energy. Whenever there is a chemical reaction, we find that transfer of electron takes place. One reactant may transfer electron, another reactant may take electron. So this type of the exchange of the electron is known as the oxidation reduction reaction. So in the chemical cell, there is a transfer of the electron, and the flow of the electron will provide electrical energy, current, you know. So how we can discuss it? If somebody asks you what is the electrochemical cell, the electrochemical cell is a device in which chemical energy is changed into electrical energy. Also, electrical energy can be changed into chemical energy. So simply we can say electrochemical cell, electrochemical cell is a device in which chemical energy is changed into electrical energy. Energy or electrical energy is changed into chemical energy. That is. So now question arises that which electrochemical cell convert chemical energy into electrical energy? Most of the chemical cells which we study in electrochemistry, that is the device in which chemical energy is changed into electrical energy. So we are confined to this topic, that is the how chemical energy change into electrical energy. So here I can say types of the types of electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell. Types of electrochemical cell. So if I say here electrochemical cell, electrochemical cell, it is of two types. One is galvanic cell. Galvanic cell. So in this topic, we shall discuss only galvanic cell. But we should also know about the another type of the electrochemical cell, that is the electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. So we can divide the electrochemical cell in two types. One is the galvanic cell, another is the electrolytic cell. For example, galvanic cell, Daniel cell. Example, Daniel cell. Daniel cell is one of the example. What is Daniel cell? When zinc rod put into zinc sulfate solution, one electrode is formed. Second electrode, when copper rod put into copper sulfate solution, second electrode is formed. So in this way, two half cells are formed. Each electrode is known as the half cell. Combining both electrodes through salt bridge, we can form galvanic cell. Here in Daniel cell, just I told you, this is the Daniel cell. Zinc metal put into zinc ion of any concentration, you can say C. Salt bridge, double line, salt bridge. Here another electrode, that is the copper ion, concentration C, put here copper metal, copper sulfate. So this is the Daniel cell. This is the Daniel. So in this way, we shall discuss only about the Daniel cell. But I would like to differentiate between galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. So galvanic cell, as I told you, there are two different electrodes connected through salt bridge. So it is the galvanic cell. So you can say galvanic cell is like this. Galvanic cell, suppose zinc solid, it will change into zinc ion up to plus 2 electrons. This is the oxidation. And there is another half reaction, that is the reaction copper ion aquo plus 2 electron, it will change into copper metal, and this is the reduction. This is the reduction. Overall reaction, electrode plus copper ion aquo, it will zinc iron aquo plus copper solid. So this is the net reaction. Net reaction. So this is the galvanic cell, particularly Daniell cell. So Daniell cell is a galvanic cell. What reaction is involved in the Daniell cell? This is the reaction. Just see here, I give you the figure of the Daniell cell like this. Suppose there is a one beaker containing zinc sulfate solution, and zinc rod is put in the solution like this. Zinc rod put in the solution. This is one electron, half cell, half cell, half cell. There is another half cell. Copper rod put into copper sulfate solution like this. This is the copper. It is the zinc rod, and this is the copper rod, like this. Here the solution is copper sulfate. Another half cell, it is also half cell. So in this way, two electrodes are prepared. Now, how to get electrical energy? How to get current from these two? So first of all, you have to connect this by short like this. Short. This is the short degree. Now this you can get here meter, series, and connect like this. So this is the galvanic cell, particularly named as a Daniell cell. So Daniell cell, one half cell is prepared by putting zinc rod into zinc sulfate solution and copper rod putting into copper sulfate solution. So this cell is prepared. What is the principle? What type of the chemical reaction takes place in the galvanic cell? As you say, galvanic cell is a general name. Why Daniell cell is a particular galvanic cell? There are so many galvanic cells. You can take the zinc, you can take the tin, you can take iron, lead. So many types of the electrode can be prepared, and all these cells are known as the galvanic cell. But particularly, very simple example which is known to everybody, that is the Daniell cell, very common cell, galvanic cell, that is the Daniell cell. So in the triangular cell, zinc rod is put into zinc sulfate solution and copper rod put into copper sulfate solution. What is the principle here? Principle means the chemical reaction involves zinc solid change into zinc ion, electron is released. This is the oxidation. And where oxidation takes place, that is called an anode. This is the anode. And here, just see the copper ions are here present. Electron will move toward the cathode. This is the cathode. This is the cathode. So, copper ion already present here. Just see, copper sulfate means copper ion and sulfate ion like this. So, copper ion will take electron coming out of the zinc electrode. So, it will change into copper metal. Here, copper ion or this take 2 electrons released from zinc metal due to oxidation. So here reduction takes place and you will get copper. In this way, at this electrode, copper metal will deposit. Here, copper metal will deposit. So overall, this is the reaction, and you will get EMF of the cell. Now, EMF of the cell. EMF of the cell is how much? What is the EMF of the cell? So EMF of the cell, it is equal to electrode potential of the right. Just see here. What is the right? Here cathode. So you can say here cathode minus electrode potential of the anode. You can say this is the left and this is the right. You can remember in this way how to calculate the EMF of the cell. Now question is, what is this one? So this is the EMF is the driving force which is established when chemical reaction takes place, and you see that the zinc liberate electron due to oxidation and copper takes the electron. So potential difference is established. Now question is, what is this one? So this E is the electrode potential, means electrode potential of cathode. Means when copper are put into copper sulfate solution, some potential is developed. Just I will discuss about the electrode potential. What is the electrode potential? So, and finally, I will derive the Nernst equation, and you will see how we can calculate the electrode potential, and finally how you can calculate the EMF of the cell. Yeah, cell potential, you can say cell potential. So, in simple way, we can say that EMF of the cell, this is the cell, EMF of the cell, it is equal to EMF of the electrode. Which electrode? Cathode. And finally you can write. So here we shall write electrode, standard electrode, E0. So here we can say it is the standard electrode potential of the cell. So EMF of the cell, which is called cell potential, it is equal to standard potential of the cell minus 0.0591 upon n log product concentration of the product divided by concentration of the reactant. Concentration of the reactant. Now you can say which is the product and which is the reactant. In the danger cell, you find that this is the net reaction in the danger cell, zinc solid plus copper ion upward money solution copper sulfate dissolving water that is the upward. It is equal to zinc ion upward plus copper sulfate. So this is the product. This is the product. And this is the reactant. Now in the equation, so you will get E cell, it is equal to standard cell potential minus 0.0591 upon N log here. Just see product zinc ion. So you can write here concentration of the zinc ion into concentration of the copper solid divided by concentration of this zinc solid into concentration of the copper ion, like this. But one should always remember that concentration per unit volume. This square bracket represents the concentration per unit volume, which is also known as the active mass. You can also represent like this: A zinc ion into A copper, like this. You can represent. So, but you have to remember that the concentration per unit volume of the solid is 1. So, you can say concentration of copper solid it is equal to 1. And here it is also 1. So, you can say concentration of zinc solid it is also equal to 1. So, substituting this value, finally you get that EMF of the cell it is equal to E0 cell minus 0.0591 upon N log concentration of zinc ion divided by concentration of copper ion, like this. So if concentration of zinc ion is known, concentration of copper ion is known, put in this relation, you will, and value of this must be known. Standard electrode potential of the cell must be known. This I will discuss how to determine the standard electrode potential. Just see here, already we know from electrochemical series, E0 zinc ion to zinc metal. This is the reduction. Always electrode potential, standard electrode potential is represented in terms of the reduction potential, not in oxidation potential. So if I put here zinc and zinc ion, that is the oxidation. Now here I represent the reduction. So E0 zinc ion to zinc it is equal to minus 0.76 volt. Like this. This is the standard electrode potential. Now similarly, standard electrode potential of copper ion in copper, this is the reduction, so it is equal to plus 0.34 volt. So it is known in examination, it may be given, or you can remember it what is the standard electrode potential of the standard reduction potential of the zinc into zinc ion to zinc metal and copper ion to copper metal. So just see what is the standard electrode potential of the cell. So standard electrode potential of the cell, it is equal to standard electrode potential of the cathode. This is the cathode and this is the anode. Where oxidation takes place, that is the anode. Where reduction takes place, that is the cathode. So you can write here E0 of the copper ion to copper metal minus E0 zinc ion to zinc metal, like this. And you can put all these values, you can calculate. So you will get here, this is this one. 0.34 minus 0.76, and you will get 0.34 plus 0.76. It is equal to how much? 10. 1.1. So in this way, what is the standard electrode potential of the Daniell cell? The standard electrode, not electrode potential, standard cell potential. This is the cell. This is the cell. So standard cell potential, this is the standard cell potential of the Daniell cell. Here, standard electrode potential of the anode is given. Standard electrode potential of the cathode is here, anode is here, and you will get 1.1 volt. So, for calculating the cell potential of the Daniell cell, you can put here like this. E cell, it is equal to, here in place of E0 cell, 1.1 minus 0.0591 upon N log concentration of zinc ion upon concentration of the copper ion. Like this. This is a very simple formula. If the concentration of the zinc ion is given, concentration of the copper ion is given, so you should calculate. Now here N, what is the N? N is the number of electron transferred from anode to cathode. N is the total. For example, in this reaction, here just see here, in the Daniell cell, zinc ion, zinc metal, it is oxidized into zinc ion, 2 electrons are released. 2 electrons. And these 2 electrons are taken by the copper ion present in the cathode. So it will take 2 electrons and you will get copper solid. So what is the number of electron transfer? Number of electron transfer 2. So in place of N, you can put here 2. So just see here, you can put 2. So what Daniell said, if the concentration of zinc ion is given, concentration of copper ion is given, so you can calculate the cell potential of the Daniell cell, provided standard electrode potential of the reduction potential of zinc electrode and standard electrode potential of the copper electrode is given. So, for example, if somebody asks you calculate the cell potential. Calculate cell potential of Daniel cell where concentration of zinc ion it is equal to 0.01 and concentration 0.1 m and concentration of copper ion it is equal to 0.01 m like this at 25 degrees centigrade. So you should always remember that electrode potential depends upon the concentration of the ion. Higher the concentration, higher will be electrode potential. We shall discuss it later on, but here just I am giving this example. So what will happen? You can put the concentration higher, solve all things. Here value of here is 2 because 2 electrons are transfer or exchange you can say. So EMF of the cell it is equal to 1.1 minus 0.0591 upon 2 log. This is the 0.1 upon 0.01 like this. So you can say it is equal to EMF of the cell it is equal to 1.1 minus 0.0591 divided by 2, so you will get here 0.02 like this log 10 like 10. So just see log 10 means 1. So you can put here log 10 equal to 1. So what will happen? EMF of the cell it is equal to 1.1 minus 0.0295 into 1. So subtract it, you will get 5, 1, here, 8, here, 0.1 volt. So this is the solution of the numerator. So I have given a very simple example regarding the calculation of the cell potential of the Daniel cell, where concentration of zinc ion and copper ion are given, and standard electrode potential of the zinc and copper are given. So always one should remember that you have to use standard reduction potential. If in paper standard oxidation potential is given, so simply you convert into reduction potential. So oxidation potential and reduction potential both are the same, magnitude is same, but the sign is different. You can say like this, E0 oxidation it is equal to E0 minus E0 reduction. So same, so if oxidation potential is given, you can change by sign. Suppose oxidation potential of zinc metal into zinc ion, oxidation potential will be 0.76 volt. What is the reduction potential? Minus 0.76. Similarly, oxidation potential of copper is given, that is minus 0.34 volt. So reduction potential will be plus 0.34. So in this way, you should be very careful about the sign or oxidation reduction potential. Always use reduction potential in the calculation. So now in the second lecture, we shall discuss about the electrode potential and the derivation of the Nernst equation. So this is the very important name. Nernst first of all derive a relation between electrode potential and concentration and temperature also. So in this way we can very easily solve the numerical problem and we can understand the chemical cell from which we can get electrical energy. So that's all. Thank you very much.